What if the secret to turning your mind into a relentless thinking machine was hidden in Einstein's daily habits? Albert Einstein wasn't born a genius. He crafted himself into one. What seemed like divine insight was, in fact, the result of rigorous mental training. Quiet, invisible, relentless. This is not myth. It's a blueprint, and you're about to learn it. Imagine training your brain not with apps, but with ideas. Not by memorizing facts, but by reshaping the way you see reality. Einstein's mind wasn't quick, it was deep. And this depth came from daily disciplines we can replicate. He believed imagination was more important than knowledge, but imagination is not random. For Einstein, it was exercised, sharpened, and forged like a muscle. His routine wasn't magic, it was mechanical brilliance, and you can build it too. Every day, Einstein walked alone. No phone, no noise, just thinking. Reflection was his gym, questions were his weights, insight was his fuel, and repetition his rhythm. He didn't seek answers, he sculpted them from silence. You're not here to admire a genius, you're here to become one. Einstein didn't escape the limits of the brain, he mastered them. His methods were simple, repeatable, and powerful enough to turn confusion into clarity. Today, science explains what Einstein intuited: neuroplasticity. The brain rewires with repetition, reflection, and resistance. He didn't know the term, but lived the principle. His mind was not static, it evolved daily. And yours can too. You'll discover the habits, mental hacks, and learning frameworks Einstein used, some strange, some genius, all designed to awaken your mental power. This is about process, not potential, discipline, not destiny. Welcome to a cognitive awakening. His ideas changed physics, but his methods can change your life. If you follow these steps daily, you won't just think better, you'll think differently. And in a world of automation, that makes you a machine. Before we begin, comment "Relentless Mind" to claim your mental upgrade. Then stay until the end to unlock the final Einstein technique. Ready to train like a genius? Let's begin the transformation. Einstein's daily routine was deceptively simple. Breakfast, a walk to Princeton, focused work, lunch, a nap, and more work. This structure provided stability amidst chaos, allowing his mind to explore complex ideas with clarity. His consistent schedule was a foundation for his intellectual achievements. Walking was a crucial part of Einstein's day. He often walked about 1.5 miles to his office, using this time for contemplation. These walks were not just physical exercise, but mental preparation, clearing his mind and fostering creativity. Einstein valued rest, sleeping at least 10 hours each night and taking regular naps. He believed that sleep facilitated problem-solving, often waking with new insights. His unique napping method involved holding a spoon that would drop and wake him before deep sleep, preventing grogginess. This emphasis on rest aligns with modern research on sleep's role in cognitive function. Studies have shown that adequate sleep enhances memory, creativity, and problem-solving abilities, supporting Einstein's intuitive understanding of its importance for mental performance. Einstein's minimalist lifestyle extended to his work habits. He focused on one problem at a time, avoiding multitasking. This deep focus allowed him to delve into complex issues without distraction, a practice that modern productivity experts advocate for effective problem-solving. He also employed the Pomodoro technique, working in focused intervals followed by short breaks. This method helped maintain high levels of concentration and prevented burnout, demonstrating his understanding of balancing intense work with necessary rest. Einstein's approach to problem-solving involved thought experiments or Gedanken experiments. He visualized scenarios in his mind to explore physical concepts, such as imagining riding alongside a beam of light, leading to breakthroughs in understanding relativity. These mental simulations allowed Einstein to test hypotheses without physical experiments, demonstrating the power of imagination in scientific discovery. By visualizing problems, he could identify inconsistencies and develop new theories, a technique still used in theoretical physics today. Einstein's use of mental models extended beyond physics. He built conceptual frameworks to understand complex systems, which he then tested through thought experiments. This method of constructing and refining mental models is a valuable tool in various fields, from science to business. He also practiced combinatory play, combining different ideas to spark creativity. By juxtaposing unrelated concepts, Einstein generated novel insights, highlighting the importance of interdisciplinary thinking in innovation. Music played a significant role in Einstein's life. He often turned to his violin when facing challenging problems, finding that music helped him relax and think more clearly. This integration of art and science illustrates the value of diverse experiences in fostering creativity. Einstein's belief in the power of imagination over knowledge underscores his approach to learning. He viewed imagination as a pathway to innovation, encouraging others to think beyond existing knowledge and explore new possibilities through creative thinking. His curiosity drove him to question established norms and seek deeper understanding. Einstein's relentless pursuit of knowledge exemplifies the importance of maintaining a curious mindset, which fuels continuous learning and discovery. He also valued simplicity, often stating that if a concept couldn't be explained simply, it wasn't fully understood. This emphasis on clarity and simplicity in communication is crucial for effective teaching and knowledge dissemination. Einstein's disciplined routine, combining structured work, rest, and creative pursuits, demonstrates the effectiveness of balanced habits in achieving intellectual success. His lifestyle serves as a model for integrating productivity and well-being. His approach to learning involved deep focus, critical thinking, and the application of imagination. By immersing himself fully in problems and exploring them from various angles, Einstein developed a comprehensive understanding that led to groundbreaking discoveries. Einstein's methods highlight the importance of creating mental space for reflection. His walks, naps, and musical interludes provided opportunities for his subconscious to process information, leading to moments of insight and clarity. He also demonstrated resilience in the face of failure. Einstein viewed mistakes as learning opportunities, persisting through challenges with determination. This attitude towards failure is essential for growth and innovation. Einstein's life exemplifies the integration of discipline, creativity, and curiosity. His daily practices fostered an environment conducive to deep thinking and discovery, offering valuable lessons for anyone seeking to enhance their cognitive abilities. By adopting elements of Einstein's routine, structured work periods, regular rest, creative exploration, and reflective practices, we can train our minds to operate with greater efficiency and creativity, transforming ourselves into more effective thinkers. Einstein's productivity wasn't about speed, it was about precision. He spent hours refining a single idea, even rejecting elegant theories if they lacked logical harmony. This discipline of intellectual honesty is rare and teaches us that truth often emerges slowly, not in flashes. He famously said, "It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer." This mindset, grit over genius, explains his breakthroughs. By refusing to abandon complexity, Einstein trained his brain to handle intellectual tension without anxiety or avoidance. Modern neuroscience confirms that the brain grows stronger through desirable difficulty. This means struggling through tough mental challenges creates new neural connections. Einstein's habit of embracing hard problems mirrors this, proving discomfort is not the enemy of learning, but its fertilizer. He also avoided premature conclusions. Einstein let questions breathe. He lingered in uncertainty, nurturing ideas over time. This tolerance for ambiguity is a critical cognitive skill today, when quick answers are rewarded, but deep thinking is ignored. He taught us to wait. Einstein developed his theories by stripping away unnecessary variables. His mind worked like a sculptor's hands, removing clutter until only the essence remained. This subtractive thinking is key to clarity. In a noisy world, reducing information is sometimes more powerful than acquiring it. Each day he practiced what psychologists now call deliberate practice. Not mindless repetition, but focused refinement of specific cognitive skills. He reworked equations, rephrased ideas, and rewrote papers. This recursive improvement trained his mental agility and transformed good ideas into elegant ones. Visualization was another powerful tool in his arsenal. Before solving with logic, Einstein imagined the problem. He'd run internal simulations, building intuitive understanding before calculation. This aligns with findings that visualization activates the same brain areas as physical experience, enhancing comprehension and recall. He once imagined falling off a roof while calculating gravitational force. These visual metaphors anchored abstract concepts in sensory experience, making them more relatable. You can use this too. By turning concepts into vivid stories, you'll retain knowledge far longer and deeper. Einstein read constantly, but not just science. He read philosophy, novels, and even poetry. Why? Because he knew that diverse input creates mental cross-pollination. The broader your intake, the richer your ideas. Genius, he showed, is not narrow. It's intersectional and expansive. He embraced solitude not as isolation, but as incubation. Alone time wasn't loneliness. It was space to think without noise. In solitude, thoughts stretch and deepen. Einstein created regular solitude rituals, a strategy now shown to improve creativity and cognitive control. His notebooks were chaotic, non-linear webs of thought, diagrams, questions, fragments. This non-linear thinking approach can boost associative memory and lateral connections. Try mind maps or messy sketches. Don't organize too soon. Let your ideas clash before they align. He once said, "The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind." Counterintuitive, right? But silence allows background processing. In stillness, the brain weaves patterns unseen during activity. It's in silence that Einstein's mind became a laboratory of thought. He frequently questioned assumptions others considered settled. That's a learned behavior called first principles thinking. Instead of accepting the way things are, he asked, what is absolutely true? What can be rebuilt from scratch? This technique is a thinking hack used by innovators like Elon Musk. Einstein knew learning wasn't about information, it was about transformation. He didn't just accumulate facts, he restructured how he saw reality. Every learning session was a paradigm shift. That's why training your mind means shifting frameworks, not stuffing content. Think structurally, not superficially. He often spoke aloud when working. Talking to yourself, especially when solving problems, is now proven to improve focus and reasoning. It's called self-explaining, and it helps externalize thought. Einstein's habit of muttering equations wasn't eccentric, it was cognitively strategic. His friendships were intellectual alliances. He debated regularly with peers, testing ideas against opposing minds. This collaborative cognition pushed him beyond his limits. Feedback, challenge, disagreement, these are mental weights. Use them. Train your brain with others. Don't just think alone. Einstein never stopped learning. Even in his 70s, he studied new theories and emerging math. Lifelong learning kept his brain adaptive. Cognitive flexibility, the ability to shift thinking styles, is now linked to aging well and preventing mental decline. He lived this truth daily. He reframed failure as feedback. When early versions of relativity were dismissed, he refined them. This growth mindset fueled his progress. Today, research shows that viewing failure as information rewires your brain for resilience. Einstein lived by that rule before it was popular. He didn't fear being wrong, he feared being unclear. This obsession with clarity made his ideas powerful. When you simplify complex thoughts for others, you understand them better yourself. Einstein rewrote until simplicity emerged, because simplicity is not lack of depth, but mastery. Lastly, he didn't separate life and learning. For Einstein, thinking was living. Every moment, walking, playing, resting, was mental training. That's the ultimate mindset shift. Your life is the training. And every habit, every thought, every choice builds or breaks the machine of your mind. Einstein practiced what we now call cognitive economy. He simplified everything that wasn't thinking. Same clothes, same meals, same routine. Why? To conserve decision energy. Every saved choice meant more focus for theory. Minimize the trivial to maximize the mental. It's strategic simplicity. He rejected complexity in lifestyle so he could embrace it in thought. This principle is echoed today in habits of high performers like Steve Jobs and Barack Obama. Mental clarity thrives in simplicity. Einstein's external minimalism fed his internal intensity. He approached each day with structured spontaneity. His calendar was loose enough for flow, yet anchored by ritual. This allowed bursts of inspiration without losing productivity. Balancing discipline and freedom, he created a rhythm where genius didn't need chaos. It needed cadence. Einstein often rephrased problems to find new solutions. This technique, called reframing, shifts perspective and reveals hidden angles. By asking, "What if I'm thinking about this wrong?" he dismantled mental traps. Reframing isn't just linguistic, it's a power move for problem solving. He created models, analogies, metaphors, not to explain ideas, but to understand them. He imagined space-time as a fabric, gravity as curvature, and time as relative. These images weren't decorative, they were functional. Mental metaphors translate complexity into intuition. Train yours deliberately. He didn't just ask questions, he lived inside them. His quote, "The important thing is not to stop questioning," reflects a mindset of sustained inquiry. Great minds don't seek fast answers, they nurture slow questions. Letting ideas mature is a sign of cognitive depth. To deepen understanding, Einstein sometimes taught others informally. Teaching activates the brain's retrieval and reorganization mechanisms. By explaining ideas, he uncovered blind spots. If you want to master something, try teaching it. Explain it to a child. Explain it to yourself. Einstein's cognitive endurance was legendary. He could focus for hours on a single line of reasoning. Today, this is rare, but it's trainable. Start with short intervals of deep work, gradually extending. Mental stamina, like physical strength, grows with repetition and resistance. He journaled thoughts without censorship. Free writing, writing thoughts as they come, boosts clarity and self-reflection. Einstein's notes often contain loose reflections that later became breakthroughs. Writing exposes the edges of your thinking. Don't wait for polished insights. Document the raw material of thought. He treated thinking like craftsmanship, not performance. The goal wasn't to look smart, it was to think better. This attitude removed ego from learning, opening space for improvement. Train like a craftsman. Iterate, refine, seek quality, not applause. That's how thought becomes precision. He didn't divide science and philosophy. For Einstein, questions of being, time, and knowledge were intertwined. This philosophical curiosity expanded his thinking beyond formulas. Explore philosophy, not for answers, but for questions. Let it challenge your assumptions. Your brain grows through intellectual discomfort. Einstein was obsessed with time, not just scientifically, but experientially. He noticed how emotions warped perception of time. This curiosity became relativity. Train your awareness. Notice how time feels when you're focused, distracted, anxious. Perception reveals cognition. Studying time is studying thought itself. His theories were rooted in observation, not abstraction. He stared at clocks, trams, light. Everyday experiences fueled monumental ideas. Pay attention to the mundane. It hides metaphors. Einstein saw physics in motion, gravity in falling, and time in transitions. Genius starts with noticing differently. He also mastered the art of not knowing. Uncertainty didn't intimidate him, it inspired him. Most avoid confusion. Einstein explored it. Embrace not knowing. Linger in confusion. Curiosity doesn't require certainty, it requires courage. Let the unknown stretch you. That's where intellectual growth begins. Einstein questioned questions. Not just what is light, but what kind of question is that? This metacognition, thinking about your thinking, creates higher-order insight. Observe your own thoughts. What assumptions hide beneath them? Einstein's breakthroughs came from stepping outside thought patterns, not deeper within them. He deconstructed problems to first principles, what remains when everything else is stripped. This reduces complexity. Practice asking, what is the essence here? What am I assuming? Break issues into fundamentals, then rebuild. It's mental demolition before design. Einstein engineered clarity through reduction. He nurtured play. Playfulness wasn't escape, it was method. Humor, games, whimsy, they unlocked divergent thinking. When stuck, he played. This broke rigidity and sparked insight. Play is productive. It loosens fixed patterns and invites creative risk. Einstein's laughter wasn't distraction, it was strategy. His mind was a laboratory, but also a playground, a temple, a forge. He used multiple mental modes: logic, intuition, imagination, rigor. Your brain isn't one thing, it's many tools. Train each. Einstein cycled between them deliberately. Mental versatility is the mark of mastery. He trained with questions, not answers. His notebooks brimmed with what if, why not, how else. Questions are cognitive weights. They build strength. Ask better questions. Sit with them. Let them challenge you. Einstein didn't chase answers. He followed curiosity like a compass. And he believed deeply in beauty. Not superficial aesthetics, but elegance of thought. A theory had to feel right, look right, move like music. This intuition for beauty refined his logic. Train your aesthetic sense. Let beauty guide thought. Truth and elegance often dance together. Einstein's mind was no mystery, it was a method. Daily habits, precise focus, radical curiosity. You now hold that blueprint. And if a clerk in a patent office could unlock the universe, imagine what your trained mind can do. The machine isn't cold steel. It's disciplined thought, relentless refinement, and intellectual freedom. Einstein wasn't chasing brilliance. He was cultivating it every single day. You don't need more talent, you need more rhythm. That's how mental power is forged. Each step, from rest to reframing, solitude to struggle, is a gear in the system. Einstein's mind wasn't chaotic, it was crafted. Structured curiosity, rigorous clarity. You've just learned the architecture of genius, and it's reproducible, not for everyone, only for the relentless. What transforms average into extraordinary is intention. Einstein didn't wait for insight. He engineered it, day by day, question by question. If you replicate even a fraction of that mindset, your brain won't just think faster, it'll think sharper, deeper, longer. Now the responsibility is yours, to train like he did, to think like he thought. Not to be Einstein, but to be your own mental architect. Apply what you've learned, build your system, make your life your laboratory. Don't confuse inspiration with transformation. You've been inspired, now act. Pick one technique from this video and apply it today, make it real. Because when mental training becomes ritual, your mind becomes unstoppable. The only limit is what you don't apply. Einstein showed us that imagination is not escapism, it's engineering. That thinking isn't talent, it's technique. If you want to build a mind that shapes reality, don't wait. Build the habit, live the question, sculpt the thought. Genius is a lifestyle. If you felt the shift, if something inside clicked, leave a comment with Mind Engine on. Let's see who's committed, who's training, who's evolving, and if you haven't yet, subscribe. Genius doesn't happen in silence, it grows in shared pursuit. Like the video. Share it with someone who needs to awaken their mind. And remember, you're not chasing brilliance, you're building it. One habit at a time, just like Einstein. This is not the end, it's ignition. Mind Engine, fully operational. Now go, walk, think, write, question, rest, imagine, rebuild. Your mind is a machine. And machines run on structure, energy, and intent. Einstein gave you the circuit. You hold the spark. The rest? It's all in your hands.